Time now for your forewarned weather with Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy.
All right, heading back out to the weather, a windy start to the week.
Alana, you talk about the hot temperatures knocking on the door. When someone's knocking on the door that I don't want to be there, I just say go away.
Oh, Glenn.
Can we do that?
No, thank you for asking. The answer is no. We will ring the doorbell. We will not. Summer's got to come, Glenn. You've got to let it happen.
Kick your way in, huh?
Yeah, definitely. Blow your way in if you're Mother Nature today, because we've got those strong southwesterly winds. They were really taking over. This is video from Cedar Fort this afternoon. Look, blowing up that dirt and dust. Rick catching that and sending it our way. We've seen strong winds out there in different portions of the state. This hour, we know the strongest winds are in southeastern Utah, near Moab, Blanding with a 30-mile-per-hour gust. Price, pretty gusty in the west desert. Now, in northern Utah, we've started to see a little bit of a change. We still have gusty winds, but they're coming from the northwest. Look at this Monument Valley camera, a live view here. We love the landscape. We usually see those gorgeous rocks in Monument Valley. Not today, no. This is the spot where we've got the wind. We're blowing that dirt and dust, and we've got low relative humidity. Values between 5 and 10%. Whenever you're into the single digits or the low teens, it means very dry conditions, and a red flag warning is in effect. That's elevated fire risk. Any fire start would take off, and it's not just this corner of Utah. You can see throughout the region with those stronger winds. So that's something to be aware of. That elevated fire risk and the red flag warning will hold on until tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Temperatures in the 80s now along the Wasatch Front. We did hit the 90s in Salt Lake with the help of that warm wind. 80s and 90s on the eastern side of the state, 93 in St. George. Now along the Wasatch Front, we've got plenty of sunshine at times. It's gusty, but we're going to see those numbers dropping into the 70s as we get closer to ABC4 News at 10. Sun officially goes down at 9:03. We get a pretty quiet overnight. A weak front is making its way towards northern Utah. I want to show you the big picture first, though. It gives you an idea of why we're seeing what we're dealing with. We've got an area of high pressure to our southeast and an upper level low to our west. This is actually going to dictate what happens as we make it through the work week. We get to 5 p.m. on Tuesday, and that's sliding south. The brown indicating dry conditions, the green indicating moisture. As that gets closer to Utah, we get a few disturbances coming through, so the chance of afternoon thunderstorms, it's isolated for a small portion of the state, but it's there. Eventually, this trough crosses Utah, so this area of low pressure on Thursday moves through, and that brings our best potential to see some storm activity. Behind it, an area of high pressure sets up, and that means the temperatures, well, they're going to rise, just like Glenn said. They're knocking, and we're going to feel that summer heat as we make it towards the weekend. Let's zoom in on the future cast, because this is the immediate future with the clock in the corner, and you're going to watch those clouds increasing in the west desert and along the Wasatch Front by 9 p.m. tonight. A little active in northwestern Utah. We keep those storms over in Nevada. That's where that really the core of that front hangs out. Cloud cover holds on for the overnight, just some isolated activity near the state line by tomorrow morning. The storm threat for tomorrow does include an isolated storm for the west desert and the Wasatch Front. It's a general threat. While we have moisture in the north, it's still going to be dry with that fire threat down south, and that's why that critical to elevated risk holds on over in southeastern Utah. Temperatures tonight, 50s and 60s for those lows, 52 in Blanding, 61 in St. George. Daytime highs tomorrow, we're going to be a little cooler thanks to that front in northern Utah, so slightly below average. 84, 88 is where we're supposed to be. 70s and 80s along northern Utah, and 96 in St. George. Wasatch Front and Wasatch back, we'll see sunshine, a little more cloud cover, and temperatures in the 70s and 80s. Here's a check on what to expect in St. George, and we have our first 100-degree day on the 7-day forecast, and it's for the close of the work week. And there's that summer heat. Temperatures just jump above 100. Saturday and Sunday. Now, usually St. George sees their first triple-digit day the first week of June. We have not seen that yet this year, so can't hold it off forever. Here's the Wasatch Front, 80s, which turn to 90s in the long range here. As that system crosses Thursday, that slight chance of a storm, we have to enjoy the 80s while we have them, because 97 next month, a week from now, Glenn may not even talk to me. You're going to treat me like you treat the solicitors.
You bring up a good point. you bring up a good point, because I remember last June, and it was not pretty.
No. Triple digits. Yeah. Last summer was the hottest summer on record. Yeah. So to have the spring that we've had,
it's been incredible.
Yeah, I feel like this June's been beautiful.
Yeah. It's been very nice. Yeah.
Well, like, put an umbrella over your fragile self. Glenn. All right.